So let me get to this next topic, right? You had a topic about, and I'm gonna just read the quote. It says, "My cutoff game strong. Attitudes give poor communication, lack of boundaries, accountability, conflict resolution. When are we talking family or close friends? I'm just, she's quick to cut people off, right? So can you elaborate on that so we can really dissect this topic?"
Well, that post was actually her having an issue with it. Like, she was putting it in quotes, like, I don't want to be around people who we are in relationship with each other, right? And we are able to experience so much together, but when we go through a trial, you're just quick to be like, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Like, definitely have an issue with that, especially, I mean, we've heard this, I'm sure we all heard this before, especially from women, around like, my friend will cut me off, but take her man back a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm. Why are you opening that wound?
I'm so sorry.
Let's get into it. No.
But yeah, it's one, I'm gonna be honest, like, I've had my heart broken worse by friends than I ever have. Well, men have done their part, but that's a different,
it's a different burn. Yeah. It's a different burn.
Especially when you have friends that's just ready to, like, I'm done with you, like, girl.
Or talk down on you. Or talk down, to literally sit here and be friends that knows everything about me. You share these situations, ups and downs, highs and lows.
They say the number one end of female friendships is dinner parties.
No, it's communication.
Oh my God, we were just talking about this.
He's trying to be funny.
Are you? I like dinner. No, everybody loves food.
There's some truth in that message.
Yeah. No, everybody loves food.
Because it's
or
deeper
Miami.
than that.
I'm about to say vacation.
Miami
Females
Carnival.
always break up.
Oh, girl, don't even
break up on
that's
vacation.
I love going to Miami with my friends.
Me too, but I feel like people just don't know how to genuinely be friends.
That part.
And like genuinely just be like, okay, I'm here for you. I don't want anything from you.
Yes.
Like
we're here to talk it out.
We're here to talk it out. Like, all right, I see you're going down the wrong path as your friend. I'm not coming at you, but I just feel like, like,
and should be understanding and fully
and it's not taking as an attack.
And not an attack, more of a, I care for you, I love you, I want you to be better. Here, I want to be by your side to do better. This, I want to give you this feedback. This is positive feedback, just feedback.
So how do they said something about conflict resolution, and that stuck out to me. So how do we help develop better conflict resolution between, even growing up with our kids and stuff, like teaching them? How do we develop those skills better so that way when we do get into these altercations with our friends, family, loved ones, we know how to better address the situation instead of just being like, nah, fuck them, I'm out. Like, you know what I mean? So how do we work on better conflict resolution?
Well, first, I think one of the things all of us need to work on amongst our relationships in general is realizing that it's us against the problem. It's not us against each other.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still that same Danny that was just, we're having a misunderstanding right now.
Yes.
And I think also learning to listen, right? Take yourself, be able to just hold space for how someone else is feeling without taking offense to their feelings. Like, because these are their feelings.
Listening to comprehend versus listening to react is two different things.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's a start.
That's the big two-parter. Like, also being able to take feedback without feeling like it's an attack. And then also be able to give feedback without being nervous about what the other person might say. Because it's like, you're not going to say things, I think they're going to. Just say what you have to say, but it has to come from a place of love and not from a place of
a good heart.
Judgment and attack.
Right.
I'm coming to you because I love you. And I need you to also be open to the fact that because I love you,
I'm saying this.
I'm saying this and I need to say it. Right. And I'm saying, me and Danny have been friends for 20 years.
Yeah.
So,
so we talk about this stuff all the time. All the time.
And we apply these things. That's the reason why the relationship has longevity, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Oh, I love you.
It's the friendship for me.
The Wiggles, I think, conflict resolution is big, and I'm gonna be transparent, and this is recent. You know what I mean? Me and Jew, we had differences, like, you know what I mean, the other day. It was actually yesterday, but you know what I mean? So we both was on, a different type of timing where we were just mad at each other. And I think, at our age now, where, I think it's okay to be mad at each other, but ultimately, we talked it out, as men, our friends helped us out with that as well. So I think that was very important, because if we was younger, we probably would have just been like, fuck out of here, nigga, I ain't fucking with you no more.
I got no game strong.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad that, it's okay for people to be upset. You know what I mean? Obviously, I don't condone any violence or nothing like that, but you gotta let people get their frustrations out. And then, the next day we revisited the topic, you know what I mean? And we was able to have this conversation and be like, you know what, I was tripping or whatever the case is, because you might not see it in the time, like, you know what I mean? So, I took accountability. I was in the wrong, you know what I mean? I apologize. We was able to have that conversation, but again, a lot of people don't have that capacity to be able to be like, you know what, let me hear this out and let's try to fix this out, because friendships, like you said, is, they hurt even more than just regular relationships.
Yeah.
Some people don't value certain people as friends, and that does take it as a factor of how things end up where they are. If they don't value that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Mama.
I don't think that it's always that people don't value the relationship, right? I think
it's the person. They don't value the certain individual.
No, I don't think it's that either. I think that it could be that in certain instances, but I feel like also we learn at home, right? So a lot of people really just don't have the conflict resolution. I know people, I'm thinking about actually a close family group that I have, and it's 5 sisters, and they all beef, and they've beefed since I've known them, which was my whole life. And it's like, dang, but it's trauma there at the root. So they don't know how to just.
But as your friend, I want to guide you and show you how it's supposed to be. And if I constantly give you the chances of, okay, you don't get it, I'm gonna show you. Okay, you don't get it, I'm gonna show you. But how many times can you constantly keep doing that? But because I love you as a friend, I'm gonna keep putting up with it. And that's showing your value to me as a friend and my value to you as a friend. Because I'm here to ride with you through the ups and downs, because I see your progress. I see your progression. I can see what you can achieve.
I was about to say, as long as it's progression.
Oh, what?
Points here,
I need to see all my friends progress. What is it? Birds of a feather flock together?
Very true.
We all got to progress.
Yeah.
I think people just got to understand that every relationship is transactional. And I'm not saying that I owe you, you owe me. I'm just saying I'm giving this up for you or giving this to you. I want the same respect back. It's not just money. It's not just time. It's everything. Kindness, thought, even just everything. Everything is transactional, whether you're in a physical relationship or a friendship relationship, whatever it is. I got to have that same respect. So even if we speak on yesterday, we could be mad, but if we didn't have a certain amount of respect for each other, it could have turned out a different way. And then I think a lot of people, if you do have that I don't give a fuck mentality, then I don't think that person is your friend. It's just a person that you have around. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand you're just around someone and it's just not your friend.
Preach.
Driving bars over there.
Right?
It must be the merch. It must be the merch.
That sounded.
It's the merch.
The merch is giving it. So get into this last topic, because obviously we talk about.
What you think, man? First,
my fault.
What was it again? Yeah,
Cut off game strong. What do you feel about that?
I know you too.
Close friends and
I know you too. Go ahead, don't lie.
the way that I used to be.
When you guys start off like that, you already know.
Either one.
People from my family to even certain friends wouldn't say certain things because the way I would react.
Virgo.
Now, my bum. Then, but now it's different. I talk more communicative, you know what I'm saying? But back then it was different. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But now I'm like,
you don't want that stress. You don't want that stress. As you get older, you're not trying to have that stress no more.
I actually like to talk now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Get the whole... I can sit down with you for a minute, whether it's a guy or a girl I'm talking to, and talk this shit out forever. Before it was like, walk away. So now it's like, it's different now.
You want to understand?
Yeah, I remember growing up, I remember when I was in school, they used to tell us about the counting to 10, you know what I mean? Taking a deep breath, breathe. They don't even teach that shit no more. They're like, you mad? Just
project your anger and let's go.
It's okay to project your anger and beat somebody. It's like, no, it's not that deep, man. Just sometimes we do need to just take that 10 seconds, breathe in and breathe out, and then, come and revisit the conversation.
A little bit of empathy.
You said that is something we can't gloss over about the communicating piece. One of the things that is able to keep the longevity in my relationships as well is because I have friends like Ashley, my cousin Drea, that's whose page that was. When there's a conflict, we over communicate. We don't have no problem sitting on the phone for 2 hours to talk about it, and but we're committed to finding a solution. And I feel like a lot of times in friendships, it'll be like, Why I gotta do that? You're
Why
not my
gotta tell
man.
you? You're healing the wound. That's why.
Like you have to
healing
be
it.
able to put the work when we say communication is key. It really is.
It really is.
Not only in our romantic dynamics, but in any of our relationships. You know,
our friendships are intimate as well.
Very,
they're
yes,
very
very
intimate
much so.
and they're important, and they are based on love, and the foundation is love. And anybody that you love, you respect, you want to give them an ear, and you also want to give them your heart, which is a part of your word, and being
absolutely
being transparent, being sympathetic, giving them grace, all of that stuff.
I would continue to say, as Eli always say on the show, I believe women friendship is way more complicated than men. You guys, not to say, I think a lot of emotion is involved in with y'all responses sometimes. So I think the reaction may be different. Like, we could just be like, yo,
in there.
shut up. And then he like, oh, yo, bro, I'll speak to you tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? I think with women sometimes it just be going like 10,000 miles.
I wonder if that's because of the root of the gender now, because you guys are, and we're very delicate. So it's like,
but when they say like testosterone, like men always feel like they got to fight each other.
Yeah,
I think we can resolve shit without fighting.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying women have to. I just think that it's more like the catty shit happens a lot. Like,
when they be telling, when someone be telling me about how they broke up with their friends, I'm like, over that? Like, it's deeper than that. Like, you just don't get it.
It's always deeper than that.
And she didn't show up for my birthday party. I'm like,
nah, that's
my nigga was
no. If we know, I'll be upset because if we are communicating, that's a special day. It's a special day. We need to communicate. If you say you're gonna show up and you just don't show up, girl, I'm hurt. Why you didn't show up?
I'm just saying, you knew she was broke before it was.
If she's broke, we gotta factor.
I'm saying, like, I know my homeboy. I'm like, yo, this nigga broke. You not pulling up, bro. It ain't a good decision.
It's okay.
I'm
not even gonna invite you.
You can come if you did, but like I understand.
We can do it at the house.
Same situation.
It's a good factor though. That's very important.